Be quiet, Patrick. Hello, I'm Michaela. What? Lost the accent on that one, didn't I? Today, I would like to talk about this guy, Harry Potter, or like my relationship with it, because I feel like it's evolved pretty dramatically over the past few years. Let's go, bitch. On the east side. Okay, hang on. So, first of all, let's go back to the start. I remember seeing the book in stores. I was 4 when it was like initially released, but I remember seeing it in stores when the movie came out and they had it on this big stand, and I was like, why is there a guy jumping in front of the train? Look at that. This idiot is jumping in front of a train. Why is he walking in front of the Hogwarts Express? That's dumb. And I was like, that's weird. J.K. Rowling's name on this cover is real small, so I thought Harry Potter was the author's name. I was 10, so don't hold it against me. At 10 years old, maybe I should be a bit smarter than that, but here we are. And then the movie came out and everyone was obsessing over the movie, and I was like, alright. The year after, it was the last day of school and the teachers are like, we're gonna put on a movie. And they put on Harry Potter, and then I finally learned what it was actually about. It's a boy that goes to wizarding school. I assume that if you're watching this video, you didn't click on it not knowing anything about Harry Potter. And also, I feel like if you don't know anything about Harry Potter, you're like 5 years old. Let's be real, 5-year-olds don't know what Harry Potter is anymore. It scares me. So I was like, oh my god, it's magic. I need it. I think we only managed to watch up to where Harry sees Voldemort in the Forbidden Forest in Philosopher's Stone. And then the next year, Order of the Phoenix was released, and my substitute teacher, brightest man in the world, we got him fired because he like kept us back an hour for no real reason. He was like, we're going to read Order of the Phoenix in class, even though most of you have never read the other books before. I think we read like 2 chapters of Order of the Phoenix. And then the end of that school year, we watched Chamber of Secrets on DVD? Maybe video? So I'd seen 2 movies without reading any of the books. And I was like, okay, I love this. I have to read it. I borrowed a friend's copy of The Philosopher's Stone. Never read it. Gave it back to her. And then we moved towns and we started going to these markets. Some people had Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in their sale items, and I think I bought this copy with Nicholas Flamel on the back for, it does not say how much because I put white out over the price and the name of the person who last owned it and wrote my name. And I also translated the school motto in pencil. So that's my copy of Philosopher's Stone. That is how I started reading Harry Potter. Right up until the 5th book, all of my copies are secondhand. Because as they bring the movies out here in Australia, they decided that they were gonna like put stars around the edges, and I was like, I don't want the movie cover. And then that's got Dumbledore on the back because Nicholas Flamel is not that prominent, turns out. I was in the middle of reading the 3rd book, so I managed to read 3 books in 1 year. It took me so long to get into the 1st book because that first chapter, if you've never read them before, is so boring. It's just Vernon Dursley, who is the scum of the earth, just like going through his day. It's good when you go back and read it because there's all these like fun references and it's like, this is cool. But if you haven't read it, you're just like, oh god, this is boring. It's clearly the chapter she wrote when she was still writing these books for adults. I was in the middle of reading the 3rd book and I was like, I'm not going to watch this movie until I've read it. And then at the end of that school year, they put the DVD of Prisoner of Azkaban on, and had to watch it. I couldn't just leave school because I was 11 years old, which, by the way, that birthday, me reading Harry Potter at 10 years old and then not getting a letter, that birthday is like, that was sad. I remember that I actually went to the mailbox and checked. I was like, this is silly, but I'm gonna check just in case. I didn't see the 4th movie in cinemas because I was reading the book when it was in cinemas, but it was the first movie I saw after having read the book. So that was nice. And then Order of the Phoenix was the first one that I saw in cinemas because that came out years later. So I've obviously been a big fan of it. I'm 25 years old now. So I've been a fan of Harry Potter for 15 years, and it's just, that's something. I obviously have a lot of merchandise, like this mug is a 9 3/4 mug. This is a dinner set that someone got me for Christmas. I think I have like a total of like 7 copies of the first book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just 5 then. 5 copies of the first book. And I've got 3 copies of Order of the Phoenix, which are all the same edition, just different levels of battered. None of them are first hand. They're all second hand. I've got 2 copies of Prisoner of Azkaban, the paperback and the hardcover. I swear I had 3 copies of Goblet of Fire. Maybe I gave one to someone, because one was my cousin's, which she never read them. I don't know why she had so many of the books, but she never read them. I swear I had 2 paperbacks and 1 hardcover of Goblet of Fire, and now I only know where the hardcover is. It's here. The last 2 books in the series, I just have one each of those. And I'm pretty sure I only have 1 copy of Chamber of Secrets. And now, this is where we get into my relationship with it part. I've recently been feeling real different about Harry Potter. I used to like get so excited and just like buy whatever I could get my hands on and get really excited about the films, theorize a lot about the story, and like do quizzes and all that jazz all the time. But now I find it really incredibly hard to get excited about a lot of Harry Potter things. Specifically the narrative and the characters. And it mostly started with J.K. Rowling. I think she is a very, very different person to who she was when she wrote the books. I don't know, she was kind of like bothering me for a bit. But the thing that really set me off was her defense for them casting Johnny Depp in the Fantastic Beasts movie and keeping him there after all this abuse went down. And it wasn't just Amber Heard. It was, he like recently abused a crew member on a film. Like I'm pretty sure he threw something at this guy. I don't know, every time I see those Dior Savage Sauvage, I don't know, it looks like sausage and savage in one word, ads, I like want to die because his face is so annoying. But ever since they cast him, and like I already don't like Johnny Depp, abuse aside, I don't like him at all. I was just like, oh, do we have to have Johnny Depp in these movies? And then so like I was already disinterested in Fantastic Beasts. And then is David Yates, I'm pretty sure he's the director for the Fantastic Beasts films. Him and J.K. Rowling, they were like, look, we understand that you guys don't like Johnny Depp being in these movies, but we like him as a person and an actor, so we're going to keep him irregardless of everything. Like, they outwardly said, we accept that he's an abuser and we're gonna keep him. Like, it's fucking messed up. And I can't feel like I can no longer respect J.K. Rowling. And then I started rereading the books. Now the first 3 books are still perfect in my eyes, and then I got to Goblet of Fire and oh my god, I really dislike this book now. Like, it's so, like, I get that they're 14 or whatever, but we always look at Hermione as being this really great feminist character, but she's actually like so pretentious towards other girls, and all the girls that J.K. Rowling villainizes that aren't like the real villains, they're always like really girly girls. And I take offense in that because I'm a really girly girl, but also like even if I wasn't, that's fucking rude as hell. Or like if they're not like bad, they're just really vapid. I don't know, like she looks down on like Lavender Brown for things like that, and it's really annoying. It's like, no, Lavender and Parvati are great girls. You're just being a dickhead. Like, they don't do anything wrong. She's just like judging them for liking makeup and bunnies. Ugh. Anyway, that rant over. What I'm saying is I don't respect J.K. Rowling anymore. I don't aggressively hate her, but she irks me. And there's like a lot of stuff in the books that irk me, and I started listening to Order of the Phoenix the other day. And it's fine for now, I guess. I still, like, Harry Potter is such an annoying character to me. Oh my god, and Ron Weasley. I finally understand why people hate Ron Weasley. Oh my god. Ugh. I can't even, like, explain it. But I just, like, hate him now. Even in the third book, I was like, wow, you're really annoying. Shut the fuck up. Moving on. So, yeah. I kind of like don't get excited about the stories anymore because I don't really like the characters anymore. What I do get excited about is the world. She has built this most amazing, fantastical world, and I want to live in it. It warms my heart so much. Like, I really do love the world that she's created, and I also love like the fandom side of things. Like, I'm like, yes, I'm a Slytherin. I love being a Slytherin. And like, I don't know how to explain it. Just like sort of the fandom side of things. Just like that like camaraderie that you have with other people who love Harry Potter. It's nice. My heart is like Harry Potter, but like more the world of Harry Potter than the story of Harry Potter. Can we not? I'm probably a bit out of focus now, but the light looks better. I always want to buy things like this jumper. This was a lot funny. I still haven't bought the new illustrated edition of Prisoner of Azkaban or the 20th anniversary editions of Chamber of Secrets. But my thing is now that I kind of don't want to give J.K. Rowling my money because I think she's turned into this pretentious twat. Yep. First world problems, am I right? Yeah, I just, like, I don't want to give J.K. Rowling my money because, like, she annoys me now. But also, I find it hard to control myself when I see Harry Potter things. I'm hoping I'll be able to find a middle ground about it. The other thing, my whole family thinks I'm obsessed with it, which like I was, and I'm a little bit more than I used to be. And they keep buying me Harry Potter things, and I'm like, I don't know how to tell you that like this isn't that exciting for me anymore. Also, like the Harry Potter things they buy me is merchandise that is like not at all subtle. I find it really hard to get excited about Harry Potter these days, and it makes me sad. Hopefully things will change. Maybe J.K. Rowling will wake up to herself. But now I guess I'll still love the magic side of it and the coziness that it brings. But also, like, I will always like watch the first 3 movies over and over and over. I definitely think that they're my favorite. I don't know if it's because I've reread them recently or they're at the start so I've seen them the most, but I really love them. I'm finding it hard to get excited about Harry Potter these days for various reasons, and it makes me a bit sad. A while ago, I was feeling similar ways about Taylor Swift, and now I love her again. I'm gonna do a whole video on that as well. So, I don't know. That gives me hope that I can find love with Harry Potter again. Not the character, because I still hate the character. I've always hated the character Harry Potter, except for like when he was like 11 and a baby. Not that I don't feel for him, like I think his upbringing was horrendous. I'd like to fall in love with Ron and Hermione again, but I really don't think that's gonna happen, but I don't know. There's a lot. It's a lot. Well, I'll talk to you next time. Whoa, it's brown under there. Okay. I don't know, so like if you're interested in talking about your relationship with Harry Potter, shoot me a comment. If you like this video, I guess like it with the like button, and maybe subscribe. I'm consistently inconsistent on this channel.